Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth for a quick second. Baby, it has been announced. It is official. This is the official. This is the end of the Wendy Williams show. Not the end of Wendy Williams, but the end of the Wendy Williams show. It was confirmed today by Deb Mercury. They announced this is bittersweet. We have a great love for Wendy. Plus Sherri Shepherd's new show, Sherri, will take over daytime slot. The Wendy Williams show will end after 14 seasons. Distributor Deb Mercury announced Tuesday morning Sherri Shepherd will headline a new syndicated strip in the fall that will take over the time periods held by Wendy Williams show on Fox-owned and operated stations. Like the Wendy Williams show, Shepherd's program, titled Sherri, will be distributed by Lionsgate. Deb Mercury, Wendy Williams showrunner David Perler will have the same position on Sherri, executive producing alongside Shepherd and her producing partner, Juan Murray. Sherri is a natural who proved her hosting skills for many years as a panelist on The View, on Fox Dish Nation, and again this season as a popular guest host of Wendy, said Deb Mercury. Co-presidents Marcus and Ira Bernstein in a statement, like our reviews, we have been impressed by the unique comedic twist Sherri puts on our daily live hot topic segment, her creativity and her interactions with our guests. Her love for the content and the daytime fans is obvious. We're excited to partner with her to create another long-term talk franchise. Marcus and Bernstein added, this is also bittersweet. This is a bittersweet moment for us and our partners at Fox. We all have a great love and affinity for Wendy. We grew into a true icon during her 12 incredible seasons as a solo host of a live daily talk show, dishing on hot topics and interviewing celebrities. Since Wendy is still not available to host the show as she continues on her road to recovery, we believe it is best for our fans, stations, and advertising partners and our pockets, I added that part, to start making this transition now. We hope to be able to work with Wendy again in the future and continue to wish her a speedy and full recovery. The Shade Room reported that in a statement to Deadline issued by Williams spokesperson Howard Braidman, the popular talk show shared her reaction to the news. It's been a challenging time for Wendy as she deals with her health issues. She is incredibly grateful to Deb Mercury, to Sherri, and everybody else who has supported the show through this time. She, more than anyone, understands the reality of syndicated television. You can't go to the marketplace and sell a show that's the maybe Wendy show. She understands why this decision was made from a business point of view, and she has been assured by Deb Mercury that should her health get to a point where she can host again, and should her desire to be that she hosts again, that she will be back on TV at that time. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend and act like, you know, Wendy ain't been to work since last year. I ain't talking about December the 31st either. Wendy hasn't been to work, I think, since like the middle of last year. At least when the new season kicked off, which was August, September. But I think they had, you know, Wendy's show usually goes until like June or July, I believe. And then they come back. Then they take a break for August and come back September, I believe. So I think they had started doing repeats like in June or July, from what I remember. I had kind of tapped out of the Wendy Williams show for the last like 2 or 3 years, and I'm like one of the Wendy Williams stan girl. There were just some things I didn't like. Girl, like I'm a producer, like I'm putting money into the show. It's some stuff I don't like. I be killing myself sometimes. but I still supported Wendy from afar. I would tune in every now and again when I saw, she probably said something out the side of her neck and set the blogs on fire, and I wanted to hear the full, scope of things. I don't think this is the end for Wendy. I think Wendy will be okay. Of course, it's the end of the Wendy Williams show, but that doesn't mean that Wendy can't get another show. I saw this floating around, and I'll say it again. I think that Wendy's next move really should probably be back to radio or probably even a podcast. That's where it's at now. Girl, quiet as it's kept. I need to be trying to move. But girl, that's where it's at right now. I really think once Wendy, hopefully, if she ever gets back to 100%, that will be her next move. I think that people would love to hear the things that Wendy has to say about what's going on in pop culture. I think that maybe even if she did a podcast, she probably wouldn't even have to be as filtered as she was on television. Not to say that she has to go back to her old ways, right? But maybe she could she could open up the lid just a little bit more. Now, I thought this was funny. This is no tea, no shade. I saw this post on the Shade Room. Folks on Twitter react to reports of Wendy Williams. This is before the show was officially canceled. Talk show being replaced by a new Sherri Shepherd show. The only person who should be replacing Wendy Williams is Nene Leakes. Even though I heard a while ago that Nene Leakes was in talks of getting a talk show, Nene don't give me solo talk show. She could be on a panel, but not a solo talk show. This is when I hollered. I said, girl. Tasha K came out with a tweet. Tasha K came out with a tweet and said, "Listen, I'm flattered with all the Wendy compliments, but I have my own show. We are legends in the making, winos. Just look at everyone drinking wine now and trying to gossip." Girl, Tasha! First of all, ain't nobody mention your name in nobody's meeting about who gonna replace the Wendy Williams show. That's number one, okay? Number two, girl, you are not the reason why the girls are gossiping, girl. Girl, we been gossiping. Girl, we been talking shit. Okay? Girl, and then the next thing, even if your name had been mentioned, Tasha, I think somebody needs to tell Tasha this. Tasha, even if your name had been mentioned, let's just say that Tasha's name was mentioned up there with Sherri Shepherd and everybody else to take over the Wendy Williams show. Girl, you shot yourself in the foot when you got out here lying on people. Girl, nobody's touching that. Girl, you got one of the biggest stars in the world who sued you and won. Girl, at this point, girl, you're a liability, girl. Nobody would want to touch Tasha K. So even if that was the truth, mama, that door was closed as soon as you lost that case. I don't think anybody would want to touch Tasha K, girl, for a minute now. Let's just say her name was in the running to have a talk show. On TV, not on YouTube. On TV. You think somebody really would want to touch Tasha K after all of this? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm flattered with all the Wendy compliments, but I have my own show. We are legends in the making. I took it as though in this tweet she was trying to make it seem as though her name was in the running. I have my own show. We are legends in the making. Just look at everyone drinking wine now and trying to gossip. Tasha, we was gossiping before you. Ooh. When I see the girls were trying to make sure that the girls were trying to sell that they was the first one to do something. I don't know, Tasha. Girl, we're going to talk about Tasha some more in Hot Topics when Cardi B responded. Anyways, it is what it is. Again, hopefully Wendy is okay. You know that Wendy loved that purple chair. I could see Wendy not doing so well with this announcement. What time is it? Because I need to go to the mall. Okay, it's 3:45. I got enough. I got to be at this house by 4:45, honey, because when that traffic hit, honey, I need to be at least, girl. I don't stay too far from the mall anyways. But anyways, I don't know how Wendy is going to take, how she took the news. I think, of course, she already knew that it was about to happen. That's why she started the second Instagram page, or her official Instagram page. But I think it's one thing, you know, when the girls make the official statement and you realize, oh, girl, it's over. This is the thing. One thing I ain't now I'm about to get worked up and mad. I'm sitting here getting myself worked up and mad. No, but for real, one thing that nobody's gonna get in my comment section. Girl, now I'm getting sensitive. Ain't nobody getting in my comment section disrespecting Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is a legend. I don't care what none of y'all say. Wendy Williams is a legend. She is an icon. Wendy Williams. It ain't a bitch out there on YouTube who don't know who Wendy Williams is, girl. As much as people talk about Wendy Williams, they wish they had a purple shirt too. Just call it for what it is. Wendy Williams is up there with the icons and the legends, okay? She is the moment. Girl, don't y'all hoes ever forget it. A lot of the girls try to act like Wendy ain't bust down some doors, but Wendy done bust down some doors. And Wendy has left a name on this game like no other. And then a bitch out there on TV that's gonna do it like Wendy Williams. Sherri ain't gonna do it like, and let me say something. Sherri was very nice. Sherri was very nice. She was very thankful, grateful. She didn't shit on Wendy Williams. She said she's not trying to replace the Wendy Williams show because she knows she can't. But she's not replacing the Wendy Williams show. This is an entirely different show. It just so happened that because of Wendy's illness, that this opportunity has been presented to Sherri. Again, I hope that Sherri can, grab this baton and, make sure she get across the finish line, because I think a lot of people now are watching Sherri because Wendy Williams' name is attached to the show. I don't know what's going to happen once they remove Wendy Williams' name and they just put Sherri up there. Does Sherri have that to draw in the girls? Right? Is Sherri going to be powerful enough on her own to where the girls set their DVRs, where the girls run to see what Sherri is talking about? Wendy had that. The girls were running to hear what Wendy had to say. Okay? But again, Sherri wasn't, y'all heard my stomach growling? Sherri wasn't disrespectful. She gave her flowers. She, called her Queen Wendy. Sherri, this is the thing. No, I don't think anyone should be mad at Sherri because Sherri didn't do nothing. All Sherri did, girl, they called her to go co-host. Her ratings were, great from what I understand. And because Wendy and her illness, it just was great timing for Sherri. And ain't too many people turning down a talk show. Girl, I know I wouldn't. I'm sorry. Girl, I was not trying to take your job, girl. I was just over, girl, they just called me. They told me they was going to pay me, a little bit of money. They told me they was going to pay me a little bit of money to come host. I said, okay, girl, that's a cute little coin just to host for a week. Girl, I went on to pack me a couple of clothes. Girl, went up there. The people loved me. And girl, you didn't make it back in time. And so they said, girl, you want to talk to them? I said, well, girl, I guess. I mean, let's see. How much y'all paying? We love Wendy Williams. Wendy, we love you. We love you. We love you. Y'all know I love me some Wendy. I think Wendy is going to be great. I hope Wendy heals. I hope that Wendy heals. I hope that Wendy heals. I'm talking about 100%. I hope that Wendy heals, okay? And I hope that she returns bigger and better than ever. I think that Wendy should definitely look into like podcasting, something where she would not have to leave her home. That's what Wendy needs. Wendy needs something where she can hire a team, a few people, a few experts, and she can do whatever she needs to do sitting in her living room like everybody else. Or make her a little studio in one of them bedrooms. Okay? That's what Wendy needs. But Wendy, we hope to see you soon. But we want you to be better though, girl. So when you do come back, girl, we don't need you disappearing in 3 months talking about, girl, she having health issues again. We need everything to make sure that everything is good. All right, I'll talk to y'all girls later. Bye.